Why are we here? We are here to celebrate Nathan. Hello? Yeah. We are here to celebrate the book release of Dr. P.V. Vaidyanathan, which is by the title, Why Not Use Some Common Sense? So, to begin, I would... Mr. Arbaz Khan and Dr. P.V. Vaidyanathan. So, Mr. Arbaz Khan, to be honest, I really don't think I need to introduce him to you all. Yeah, he's an actor. He's an actor, a producer, a director. He acted in his debut movie in the lead role and has won the Filmfare Award for the best performance in a negative role. So he's been a producer for Dabangg and Dabangg 2, which have been commercial successes and have been enjoyed by the public time and again, by the audiences time and again. And as a director, he took the megaphone for Dabangg 2, which has again been a commercial success. So that is the Arbaz Khan we all know. The Arbaz Khan that we do not know is an avid reader, a huge fan of Robin Sharma, and is extremely spiritual and has practiced Vipassana, which is a spiritual program. To give you an idea of what it means, it requires you to cease all communication with the outside world for 7 days. Sorry, 10 days. I'm sorry to underestimate the Vipassana. So you basically spend that time with your own self without any means of communication, and you introspect and you realize yourself through meditation. So it is an experience like no other, and only he'll be able to explain it up. So thank you so much for being here. We have Dr. P.V. Vaidyanathan here, who I have had the opportunity of introducing once at a past occasion, and I'm honored to do it again. He's a practicing pediatrician for 23 years, and for him it's literally child's play. And he's a voracious reader, influenced heavily by the works of Osho, J. Krishnamurti, Deepak Chopra, Ramesh Balsekar, Wayne Dyer, and many more. So today he himself is an author, and this is his 7th book. So the other books written by him are Make Your Child Stress-Free, Spirituality Bites, Managing the Unmanageable Child, Arise Awake, Doctor, Why Is My Baby Crying? And Understanding. So his specializations, apart from medicine, have been spirituality, life skills, healing, and mind-body healing. So he's also a counselor and a life coach, which he practices strictly as a hobby and does it free of cost. And also, he is a master on the Speaking Tree website, which is a part of Times of India and has his own blog. So an amazing personality. So can we have a round of applause, please? We would also like to thank Lead Start Publishing, which is a leading publishing house of India. Its authors, editorial teams, and books have won accolades and critical praise for their work at not only a national level, but also at an international scale. Many literary prizes have been won by its authors, such as Sahitya Akademi Award, the Vodafone Crossword Award, various state literary awards, the Janapith Award, as well as being regularly shortlisted for others, such as the Man Asian Literary Prize.
And about himself. मैं अपने मुझे अपनी क्या तारीफ करूं? Good afternoon, everyone, and it's lovely to see you in such large numbers for a book launch. And Mr. Vaidyanathan is a gentleman who actually I know him through his wife, Rama. Where is she? Yeah, that's where she is. When Dabang was after we had a script ready of Dabang, and we were doing a casting, and finally when Sonakshi was finalized for Dabang, Abhinav Kashyap was very keen that we get Sonakshi into some kind of a diction training, because it had the North Indian feel and all that. So for that, we wanted to have a diction teacher, and that lady happened to be Rama. And Sonakshi did about a couple of months of training with her, and that's when the association with Rama and Mr. Husband, Mr. Vaidyanathan, had started. And we used to be in touch, though I had never met them till recently. Mr. Vaidyanathan also used to send me links to his articles, send me a copy of his book occasionally, which I used to respond to whenever there was an article in speaking to at that time. He used to tell me about it, he used to mention about it. So we had this contact with each other even though we had never met. And then it's been a while now, but the Dabang happened in 2010, and this is 2015, and in 5 years we were only communicating through phone calls and SMSs. And recently he called me up saying that there's a book that he wants to launch, and he would want me to do that. And I was like, fair enough, but why did you pick me? He says, because it's a spiritual book, and I think that strangely I feel amongst the people who I know from the industry, you seem to be the person who's maybe a little spiritually inclined. And I said, have you got some information regarding that? So he says, yeah, I believe so, that you've done some kind of just the feeling, and plus I believe that you've done some spiritual courses or whatever. I said, yes, I've done the Vipassana course that happened, and I've done the art of living thing, because somewhere there is a certain amount of this influence that kind of draws me to to learn a little bit about this aspect of life, and maybe in a quest or some search for some kind of understanding of living better or meaning towards life. And it really helped, because I went for the Vipassana course just before Dabang had started, because in my life at that point in time there was a lot of things that I was going through, where in the sense that I was very confused whether I wanted to pursue my acting career, or whether I wanted to become a director, or whether I wanted to produce or to write. And I had come to like a crossroad in my life, that I felt maybe the acting career was not going as how I wanted to be at that stage in my life, because it was almost 15-16 years that I was in my acting career, and strangely I was looking for some answers, and I said, what, I need to just be with myself to know what exactly I want to do. And if I'm around, then if I keep asking myself or asking people, I'll probably not get those many answers. I just started inquiring that what is it that I can do, and just cut off from everybody and just try to find some answers, even if it means. And somebody suggested that why don't you do a Vipassana course? And I was like, what is it exactly? And they said, this is what it is. And it seemed very tough to do. And I said, I was willing, because at that point in time I was like, I'll go ahead and do it. And I found out about it, and I enrolled in that, and I got an admission in Igatpuri, which is their founder place. And I went over there, and my wife and my son had come to see me there, and it's like, are you sure you want to be here? Because the living conditions were also very very simple, and you got to live practically without anything. There's no phone, there's no newspaper, there's no music, there's nothing. You just meditate almost 10-12 hours a day, and you don't even have eye contact with people, and you're just with yourself and you introspect. And I was not sure whether I'd pull through that, but strangely I did, and I did all 10 days of it, and I felt very good, and that kind of initiated my liking towards reading more about this kind of stuff. So brought an introduction to some writers that I read, and Robin Sharma, and a lot of these writers who write stuff on this kind of stuff, Deepak Chopra and all of that. And I got fascinated by that, and today also I'm pretty much inclined towards that. So when this book came my way, I was extremely happy because this is quite the book that is so simple, and that is the beauty of it, because it's so simple and it tells you such important things that happen in our life which we kind of just ignore, or we don't know how to react to, and it just simplifies this thing. In fact, I am halfway through the book, because I just got my hands on it and I was reading, and unfortunately I'm here without having completed the book. But whatever I have read, I've read about half the book. I just feel that it kind of it's so concise and precise about the things that it's just making it life so simple, and that's how beautiful it is, how we react to certain things. All we have to do is maybe have a different perspective, or maybe take a pause, or think about it. Don't overreact. It's making it that simple, and you can have a much better reaction to a situation and a far better quality of life than if you were to do that. And it really makes a difference, because most of the damage that we do to our lives, to our partners, to our people at work is about reacting in a way which has been spontaneous, instantaneous, and sometimes without a thought. There is no harm in just giving a thought before we say certain things, because there are certain things that once you say, they can make a big difference. So this, in certain ways, is a sort of a handbook, manual towards a better day-to-day living and reacting in life, and that's how one should look at it. It's a bedside book. Whenever you feel the need to grab it and read it, maybe read a chapter, read a page, and even if you read a paragraph, you will get something out of this book. This is how wonderful this book is, and that's all that I have to say. So he's the man of the moment, who's written such a wonderful book. Please give him a great round of applause. Stand up, sir. And I would like his wonderful wife, Rama, to be on stage with him, because she is the reason why I am in contact with this gentleman, and they're a wonderful couple, and I'm so happy that this beautiful book is written by him, and I hope this is read by many, 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 many people, and it improves their life and how they go about living here. उन्होंने हमको बहुत अच्छा घुमाया फिराया, 10-15 दिन थे, तो वहाँ पर जितनी भी जगहें थी खाने के लिए या देखने के लिए, तो 10 दिन 15 दिन उन्होंने बहुत हमको इधर उधर घुमाया. कुछ महीनों बाद हमको पता चला कि वो मुंबई आ रहे हैं, तो हमारा भी फर्ज बनता था कि उनको कहीं ले जाए, तो जूबी चौपाटी इधर उधर ये वो. और फिर बांद्रा में अपना हिल रोड पे एक नया डीडीज डोनट खुला हुआ था, तो बेचारे इतना अंग्रेजी बोलते नहीं थे, तो मैंने उनसे पूछा अपने कज़न से कि भाई साहब आप डोनट खाएंगे? तो बोला नहीं, मैं एक ही खाऊंगा. तो अभी ये कॉमन सेंस क्या है, राइट है रॉन्ग है?
राइट है, बराबर है. Yeah, correct. Like that. Like we used to listen in childhood. One teacher told a boy, "I'll cut your one ear. What will happen?" He said, "I can't hear." And I'll cut both your ears. He said, "I can't hear and see." So he said, "What sort of nonsense is this?" He said, "No, I wear specs, so I can't wear specs." So ये ऐसी बात हो गई कि you can't. So he was right. So he couldn't see and he couldn't hear. So that's all about the book, and I'm sure. Yeah, Arbaz has told me बंद करो अभी. So a lot of. चलो चाय खत्म हो गया. So Arbaz has strictly told me बंद करो ये बकवास, like the Hindi film say. So and just now Mrs. Poonam Sinha left. If she was there, she would also have shouted Kamosh. So I will put an end to this talk, and I encourage you, of course, and Let's Start encourages you to please buy the books. No, not at all. It's time, and I don't want to discover a new method of putting people to sleep. When I'll patent it, come, then I'll stop my work. So let it be. And so please buy the book, please read the book, and please enjoy the book. And thank you very much. Hello.
So it's been a fun session, and extremely atypical book releasing session. So we would now like to felicitate our guests of honor. I now request the dignitaries to please officially release the book.
Everybody uses this on the other person at some point in time in their life. You know, कि why don't you use your common sense? Like I said, कितना किसी चीज़ की अंडरस्टैंडिंग ज़्यादा होती है, जैसे कि जो गाड़ियों के बारे में ज़्यादा जानता है तो उसकी इंटेलिजेंस उस डिपार्टमेंट में ज़्यादा होगी, तो ही में थिंक के जो एक बेसिक चीज़ है वो दूसरे को समझ में नहीं आ रही है. तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ मच यू नो अ पर्टिकुलर एरिया, for which it becomes very easy to know whether you're going to apply your common sense to that or not.
कोई स्पेसिफिक इंसिडेंट्स पे आपने
It's very difficult for a man to be extremely knowledgeable and have common sense about everything in your life. It's easier said than done. You know, use your common sense. But even to learn how to use your common sense, you've got to probably experience a lot of things in your life. You've got to be told a lot of things in your life, and then probably you can incorporate it in your life. Because जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको सब चीज़ का समझ आ जाएगा instantly.
थैंक यू.
आपके घर में सबसे कम कॉमन सेंस कौन यूज करता है?
मेरे ख्याल से मेरे नौकर. इनको ये नहीं सुनना था ना.
Abbas, your father is a great writer. How much of a writer are you, and do you plan to come out with a book anytime, and on what topic would it be?
You know, I think I have an inherent flair for writing, and yeah, I have, you know, and I have not exercised that what you call flair or talent of mine, but even in terms of the when I'm like working on my scripts, I think I work a lot with my writers, and I have a big opinion about the movies that I do because I influence my opinions onto them, and it works in, like, I don't just completely accept what has been given to me. Like, I'll have my questions and I'll say why this, why not, and why not it can be like this. So कहीं ना कहीं जाके मेरा एक intervention script में the way I would want it to be is there, which even in, I wouldn't say as an actor so much, but as a filmmaker, yes. Dabang 2, Dolly Ki Dolly, and where I have my little say in this thing. I have not gone full-fledged into writing either scripts or writing a novel or a book, but that is not something that I don't think I will, whether it's there in the something that in the future that I want to do. But I have written articles. I was approached a few years back by Big Adda. .com to write, and there were a lot of these blogs that were written by a lot of actors and personalities, and for a very brief time I was given this liberty that कि जब भी आपका किसी भी टॉपिक के ऊपर मूड करे लिखने का तो आप लिखो और पोस्ट करो. तो I did write about 15-20 articles, some very small, some very large, maybe something related to an incident that happened in recent time or something that happened. So if at all anybody wants to see whether I have any kind of flair to writing, they can go and see the stuff that I've done, which is still there on Big Adda maybe.
What about Salman? Does he write? You know, he paints. What about writing?
Yeah, he does. I think, you know, Salman also, like I said, influences a lot on his films. You know, dialogues likhna और कुछ चीजें suggest करना. Like I said, he's written scripts earlier also. Some of the films like Baghi, Chandramukhi, and all those films. I don't know, some films that they were completely written by him, or they were like mainly the writer of those films. तुमको ना भूल पाएंगे. All these films are films that Salman had a lot as a writer to do with it. Most of his films he contributes a lot in terms of adding a line, a dialogue, a situation. Like जो हमारी फिल्म में जो सबसे ज़्यादा famous dialogue हुआ था कि छेदी सिंह हम तुम्हें इतने छेद करेंगे. Yeah, that is Salman's contribution to his character.
Arbaz, on a lighter note, if there is one actor whose films have defied common sense in Bollywood, it is Salman Khan. How do you explain
Agree
this
with that.
phenomenon?
disagree with that. I think there are far more actors whose films have defied common sense. I mean, to say Rajni sir would be one definitely of them. We've got great respect for him. But if you think that is common sense, then I don't know what. and why Govinda has done so many films that defy common sense, yeah. But they were entertaining films. It's not necessary that films have to be extremely logical. It's like films, you know, this is one very important aspect about even films that we should talk about. Ki why are only intellectually stimulating films considered good films or great films? You know, stuff that David Dhawan has done over the years, it's not easy, or Manmohan Desai ji has done, or whoever has this kind of stuff, it's not easy stuff. You know, people only look at films which are thought-provoking or have a deep message. But entertainment can come from films that can seem ridiculous, but they can capture your imagination and be fun, and that's what children and everybody from all ages like. And somehow these films go pretty dismissed even in terms of appreciation, in terms of even in your awards. You'll never see a film which is a hardcore commercial entertainer ever find a place there, which is pretty shocking. But that's how the world works. That's how the people see, and they don't look at these films like a Rohit Shetty's film, like all the movies that he's done. They're great films, they're entertaining films, but हम कभी उसको appreciate नहीं करेंगे in that sense कि भैया इसको किसी एक कांस फिल्म फेस्टिवल के लेवल में जाए, जबकि वो फिल्म का कोई मतलब कोई देखने भी नहीं गया होगा उसको, 4 लोगों ने देखी होगी और 4 क्रिटिक्स ने उसके बारे में 4 स्टार दिए होंगे, उसको अप्रिशिएट करेंगे. लेकिन ये जो फिल्म 100 करोड़ का धंधा कर रही है अंडर ऑल सर्कमस्टेंसेस उसको नहीं अप्रिशिएट करेंगे. सो इट्स प्रीटी अनफेयर एट टाइम्स.
हेलो अरबाज, आई हैव 2 क्वेश्चंस फॉर यू सेंटर. हाँ, फर्स्ट मैं जानना चाहूँगी कि बात सलमान की हो रही है और दबंग के डायलॉग्स की हो रही है, तो दबंग 3 खबरें आप प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर रहे हैं या सो इसमें कितनी सच्चाई
कैसे हो सकता है?
हाँ,
कौन कर रहा है? आप करनी है फिर?
नहीं, तो इसीलिए मैं जानना चाहती थी.
नहीं, जब आई एम द ऑब्वियसली वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस द फिल्म, मतलब इसके ऊपर से एक क्वेश्चन मार्क ये था कि अगर आई डायरेक्ट द फिल्म, सो दैट एज ऑफ नाउ मैं करने वाला हूँ. बट लाइक आई सेड, जब दबंग 2 में कर रहा था तो एक्टिंग, डायरेक्टिंग, प्रोड्यूसिंग, सब चीज़ों पे ध्यान देना थोड़ा ज़्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो जाती है, तो द स्ट्रेस इज अ लिटिल टू मच. वैसे भी फिल्म की शूट से पहले इतना काम हो जाता है कि मे बी एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम दैट आई माइट नॉट बी एट द हेल्म ऑफ अफेयर्स एज अ डायरेक्टर. हो सकता है इफ आई फील कि देयर समबडी हु जिसके साथ मेरी ट्यूनिंग हो कि भैया चल आजा तू मेरे साथ बैठ, वील वर्क ऑन द स्क्रिप्ट व्हाटएवर एंड तू डायरेक्ट कर ले. बट इफ आई फील इट्स टू मच ऑफ अ स्ट्रेस, इफ आई फील कि चलो ठीक है कर सकता हूँ, तो मे बी आई विल डू इट. But as of now, only that department is open. कि maybe somebody else might direct the film. But produce तो मैं ही करूँगा और तो कोई करेगा नहीं उसको. वो तो हमारा ब्रांड है, हमारा फ्रेंचाइज है, वो क्यों कोई और प्रोड्यूस करेगा?
ओके, कब तक एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं दबंग 3?
उसके ऊपर मतलब चर्चे हो रहे हैं. मतलब अभी सलमान एंड मी विल सिट सम टाइम व्हेन ही इज थ्रू विद हिज मूवीज एंड विल टेक सम टाइम टू यू नो टू आइडिएट एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. हो सकता है कि साल 2 साल लग जाए.
Hi, Ravi Gupta here from Zing. Towards your left. सर, मेरा एक सवाल है आपसे, बहुत ही कॉमन सवाल है. मेरा ही नहीं, हमारे बीच में बैठे सीनियर सिटीजन्स का भी एक सवाल है. बहुत ही कॉमन सवाल है कि ज़िंदगी में सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी क्या होता है, प्यार या पैसा? आपकी ज़िंदगी में सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी क्या है, प्यार या पैसा?
सब आदमी की जिंदगी में प्यार से ज़रूरी है.
कोई एक चीज़,
प्यार,
कोई एक चीज़.
प्यार यार, प्यार. मतलब इसमें क्वेश्चन किधर है? There's no.
हाय अरबाज, आजकल हम फिल्में चाहे बनाएं, हम वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बहुत ज़्यादा बातें करते हैं हर जगह, चाहे दीपिका के वीडियो की बात करें या कहीं भी. रिसेंटली स्मृति ईरानी गोवा गई थी, जहाँ पर एक शोरूम में, चेंजिंग रूम में कैमरास लगे थे, उन्होंने वो कैमरास देखे. आपको लगता है कि वुमेन कहीं भी जाए तो सेफ फील कर सकती हैं अपने आप को, जिस तरीके से हम वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात लेके चलते हैं?
लंबा टॉपिक है, इसके ऊपर इसके ऊपर इतने 1-2 वर्ड्स के ऊपर ये डिस्कस नहीं हो सकता है. आई अंडरस्टैंड द ग्रेविटी ऑफ दिस सिचुएशन लाइक दिस, एंड ये सब चीज़ें बिल्कुल होनी नहीं चाहिए किसी भी सर्कमस्टेंसेस में. बट ये अभी दिस नॉट द प्लेटफॉर्म टू टॉक अबाउट इट. आई हैव अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग ओपिनियन अबाउट इट, बट आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू स्पीक अबाउट इट राइट नाउ, बिकॉज़ इट्स नॉट अबाउट वन वर्ड और वन लाइन.
अरबाज, कई सारे लोगों के ऊपर बायोपिक फिल्में बन रही हैं. हमने सुना है कि संजय दत्त के ऊपर भी बायोपिक फिल्म बन रही है. अरबाज खान एज एन डायरेक्टर क्या चाहेंगे कि सलमान खान के ऊपर भी बायोपिक फिल्में बने, या आप बनाना चाहेंगे उनके ऊपर?
हो सकता है. आई मीन टू से सलमान इज स्टिल, आई थिंक बायोपिक जनरली जनरली उन लोगों पे बनते हैं जिनके मतलब 9 out of 10 टाइम्स, जिनके मतलब आपने पूरा उनका ग्राफ, उनकी लाइफ आपने देख ली हो, और ज़्यादातर उस जनरेशन, आइडियली वो जनरेशन को देखना चाहिए जिनको पता नहीं है उस आदमी के बारे में. देन इट इज़ मोर एक्साइटिंग टू दैट. अभी आपकी ज़िंदगी में सामने, अभी आप किसी एक आदमी को सामने से देख रहे हो, उसकी सारी ज़िंदगी आप जानते हो, उसके ऊपर आपने एक बायोपिक बना भी दिया, तो आई डोंट नो वेदर द करंट जनरेशन वुड फाइंड दैट अनलेस यू आर टेलिंग समथिंग अबाउट दैट पर्सन्स लाइफ जो आप जानते नहीं हो. दैट्स व्हाई आई फील कि इवन धोनीज लाइफ स्टोरी और धोनीज बायोपिक इज गोइंग टू बी एक्सट्रीमली चैलेंजिंग, बिकॉज हम सब जानते हैं धोनी के बारे में. हाँ, तो व्हाट नीरज पांडे इज गोइंग टू डू इज एवरीबडी वांट्स टू वॉच कि ऐसा क्या है धोनी के बारे में जो हम देखना चाहेंगे, जो हम जानते नहीं है. तो दैट्स एन एक्साइटिंग, दैट्स अ चैलेंज. बट आइडियली कोई ऐसा आदमी है, जैसे मिल्खा सिंह के बारे में बहुत कम लोग जानते थे, तो इट बिकेम वेरी एक्साइटिंग टू नो यार ये कौन है, क्या है. मैरी कॉम के बारे में, दो मैरी कॉम इज existing but you don't know so much about her, so it became exciting. So I feel that when you don't know so much about somebody, then when you see a biopic or a generation that is only hearing about somebody but has not seen it and you recreate it, it's according to me far more exciting. I would not want to do a biopic on somebody who is existing. This is my personal opinion.
Hello Arbaaz. Hi. Last question. I wanted to know, being an actor, producer और director, आपको कौन सी फिल्म पर्सनली बॉलीवुड में ऐसी लगी जिसमें बिल्कुल कॉमन सेंस नहीं था?
दबंग 1 और दबंग 2. खुश? ये दो फिल्में हैं जिनमें कुछ कॉमन सेंस नहीं है, लेकिन ये बहुत चली है, लोगों को बहुत पसंद आई. हैप्पी? थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू.